Morning guys, on my way out again. Hope yous are all doing well. Heading out to the same paddock I was in when I was at Kevin's last, and not too sure, just going to have a bit of a look around, do a couple of burrows. 5:30 a.m, so the sun's not quite just starting to come up, so we'll get there at a pretty good time. 7 ferrets with me today. I left Grace at home. She won't be coming out anymore now until I see whether she's pregnant or not. I did put up a video yesterday of the kids just to show people how they were going. To the people that have been contacting me, as you've seen, they're going pretty good. I did bring Grace out today. Not Grace, Chase, sorry. And for those who have been following me on YouTube, you'll know that I've had some issues with her over the past month and a half with her sticking in burrows, etc. So I will be working her, but I won't be working her in burrows that I can't dig her out of, and I won't be working her without a collar, just so I can assess what's going on with her, like to see whether she's getting stuck in behind them or whether she's sticking in the burrows. So that's the plan for her. I won't be working that, and I'll be selective with the burrows that I put her in. I've got to put her in burrows that I've got a chance of digging her out. It's pointless putting a ferret to ground with a collar if there's no chance of digging them out, which is a lot of, in a lot of cases with the burrows that we do, the ground's so hard that if your ferret gets stuck, it's going to take you 3 hours to dig down to. And 3 hours of digging in summer, in the heat, when you're stuck in the middle of a paddock, it's not anyone's idea of fun. If I had to do that every time I went ferreting, who's going to do it? So anyway, that's the plan. We'll work Chase with a collar from now on for a little while, just to try and work out what's going on with her. Like there may not be any problems. It might have just been the fact that she unfortunately got locked in behind a couple of rabbits a couple of times in a row. But we'll see. Time will tell, won't it? Other than that, I just got Chewy, Chase, the General, Tess, Tilly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Tess, Tilly. Who's the other one? I said 7, didn't I? I was pretty sure I brought 7. So Chewy, Fang, the General, Storm. That was the other one, Storm. So there you go, there's the 7. So looking forward to another good day out. It's not supposed to be too windy, but I was a bit surprised when I got up how much breeze there was actually already. So hopefully that'll drop off a little bit. Not sure exactly whether I'll be using long nets or purse nets, but we'll see when we get there. I'll have a bit of a look around, and it's pretty early, so I'll probably see a few running into the burrows, and then I'll walk over and do them, or drive over. See how we go. Alright guys, put the camera back on once we get there. Might give you a bit of a look as we're driving in. But you've seen it in that area, there's quite a few rabbits. What you haven't seen is usually when I do drive into Kevin's to go out the back, just how many rabbits he's got running around on different parts of his property. Like it's, when I say you see hundreds, those hundreds that you see are in a pretty spread out area, but as you're driving, they're just everywhere. It doesn't matter what direction you look. You see, one couple of rabbits here, 3 or 4 over there, 4 or 5 over there, and then when you come to a place where there's a lot of them, you'll see 50 or 60. So to see a couple of hundred rabbits there in a short period of time, say 5 minutes, it's not hard. There's a lot of rabbits around that area, but a lot of space for them to go into. There's so many burrows that I haven't got to yet. God knows how long it's going to take before I get out of this property. And I've got other properties that I go to and haven't been back to them lately, that I'll get back around to them at some point. And they're loaded. I went for a bit of a drive a couple of times just to check out on the numbers on those properties, and they've bred up substantially since I was there last. They haven't been touched for probably about 4 months, some of them about 4 months, so they've bred right up. back to you. There goes one. Another one just one over there. It's a young kid. I'll let it go. My dog would probably get that, but I'll let it go. It's just a baby. Dog would get that for sure. This is just coming into Kevin's place. I'm just having a bit of a look around. You never know how many's out and about. It depends on whether the foxes have been giving them a hard time or not. Usually that's the case, because I'm not seeing that many running around. Normally in this area, like, they're running everywhere. Yeah, there's a couple running across the road there. There's one sitting right there, one there, running. 1, 2, 3. One right there. Look at that. They don't even run from the car. Kevin's milking his cows. He's out here milking his cows. There's only a few out in this paddock too, but he's got the potty calves out there. See a fair few running on the road here. Another one there. He's running everywhere here. Just to give you an idea about. There's another one out there. One there. One. There's a couple. One right there. One right there. And it doesn't matter where you look on the property. That's what it's like. There's another one there. I can count 1, 2, 3. There's one there. There's one just. I'm going to run in front of the car here. Another one there. There's about 10 of them in front of us if you look. And that's what I'm saying about how many rabbits are actually here. Like, they're just bloody everywhere. Alright, look at them running here, look. Oh jeez, bit bumpy. And up on the hill here, they're just sitting out everywhere. You'll see them run in a minute. I hope they're coming out in the camera because it's still pretty early. Look, they barely even run from the car. Look how many rabbits are here. Look at them down there, mate. Unbelievable. They won't come out in the camera because it's too early. But geez, there's quite a few. Kevin's got his bulldozer out. Out in that paddock out there, they're just running everywhere. One right there. So yeah, just sort of give you a look. Like when I say that you see a couple of hundred, people think, oh yeah, but when you got so many on a property like this, you just go round and round in circles. Look at them all sitting down there on a burrow just down there. I don't know if it's coming out. But everywhere you look, there's rabbits. I can't point the camera in 3 directions at once, but they're just dropping in all over the place. So still quite a few rabbits here. Yeah, by the time you do one spot, and you do like one paddock, you'll come back, and if you leave it for any, look at the eagle. There's a beautiful eagle over there, Wedgie, sitting on that post over there. Because he'd be well fed, wouldn't he? Yeah, by the time you, if you leave it for any length of time, they just breed up again. So, you know, you put a hole in them, that's the main thing, you know, to give the farmers a little bit of relief from the devastation that they do. Not sure what he's done there, but there is a burrow just out here in this paddock on both sides of the fence. A few rabbits there. And it's got quite a few rabbits in it. The trouble is it's on both sides of the fence. That's the trouble with it. I did see a few rabbits sitting in the grass out here too. Right in front of me there's a couple of them sitting in the grass. I don't know where they're going to run to, but there's a burrow there's burrows all over the place, so they could go anywhere. But this burrow right here does have quite a few rabbits in it. The trouble is it's on both sides of the fence, but that fence isn't electric, and I'm half tempted to do it, but there is a lot of rabbits in this burrow, and at some point I will do it. It doesn't, you know, I can get through that fence because it's not electric, and maybe I'll come back and do it today. We'll see. But for now, I'm just sort of driving around, having a look at some burrows that I haven't seen before. But that one I haven't done. There's a few rabbits dropping down here. You can in that burrow. And there's one just sitting in the grass right here. There's probably a burrow there somewhere. It's hiding in the grass. I think I have done that burrow there before. Not too sure, but they might get shot out here where I am at the moment. They're a little bit thin on numbers. Let's have a bit of a look. There's a couple in that burrow. I could do that burrow there. That one I've done before. And there's one out the back there that I've done, but I wanted to have a look up here. I did see a log. There's a couple of burrows out there that I wouldn't mind having a look at too. So anyway, I'll get back to you guys. I'll do a bit of driving around, pick out a couple of burrows and do it. Alright guys, I've picked out a burrow that I could work chasing, one that I think that I could dig her out of. In some places it'll still be pretty deep and the ground is really hard. And the shovel I brought's not all that good, but it'd be good enough. There's a bolt hole there. Oh, I missed that one, look at that. Better put a net on that. Anyway, not many holes. One there, one over here. So it's not a big burrow. A couple of bolt holes on it. I've got Chase collared up. I'm going to put her in here on her own. Just to see what it is she's doing. Like if she's just staying in burrows for the sake of staying in them, it won't matter what burrow you're putting her in, she will stay in it. So I don't think that's the case, but we'll see. I don't think that she's doing that. I think she's getting stuck in behind them, but we'll see what happens. I'll just put a net down on the floor. I'll just put the camera on. Excuse me for a sec. While I get organised. Having some issues with the camera. Hope it's all coming out. Let's turn her collar on. It's already on. All right, let's see what Chase is doing. Hello, girl. How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? All right. I'll put her down here first. Not sure if that hole actually goes in. It looks like it's going the opposite direction to these holes, but I didn't see any other bolt holes out here. No, I didn't think so. There she goes. Try a different hole. Hang on, girl. Try her in this big one. She's definitely moving about. She's over there. Back down. Yeah, you just want to see what's going on with her because she's been such a good ferret. Like for the last year and a half, she's been a class act, mate. See, back down. She's an all business ferret. I just don't understand why she's sticking. But anyway, this is how we'll find out. I mean, if we go along for a couple of months now, we're working her with a collar and we don't get any issues, you know that she's been getting blocked in and she's just been unlucky. She wants to go back down, but she's caught with the collar. There she goes, back down. Oh no. Wants to go down that hole. Oh, cow. Off she goes. Well, she's come out just about every hole in this burrow already. There may not be anything in it. Move. Look, there she's out the bolt hole. So she's been down every hole, out every hole. But we'll make certain, we'll run another couple of ferrets through it just to be sure. She's gone back, I know, not back down yet, but she's trying. Trying to get back down. Hang on, girl. Hang on. There you go. Put you in over here. I'd be surprised if there's anything in here. Like I said, I've been working her enough to know her. She doesn't miss many, mate. And she's out over there. That's why I persist so hard with her, because I know she's so good, reliable. All right. Well, that was a bust. What I'll do with her now is I'll leave this one netted up. There is another burrow over here, which is probably not going to have much in it either because I've done it. But it's close. I'll work her through this one. It's close by burrow, and I did it not that long ago. There is a two-holer over here that they... Oh, let's see. Here, Fleet. No nets. Well, she's working as good as ever. And she's a real grinder, Chase. She's a real grinder. Good news about this burrow, it's out in the open, and if they try and run, dogs are probably going to pick them up. Oh, Dog definitely heard something. Hoo! There you go. Hoo, 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 hoo! Hoo, hoo, hoo! No, got away. There you go. That's Chase. Look right behind it. And back down. You've heard me talk about her a lot, saying that she's underrated, and I hold her in high regard. Believe me, I wouldn't say that she was what she isn't. She's just a grinder, real grinder. She's not in the same class as Trixie and Grace and Storm, but only because those ferrets, in her work attitude and her ethic, she is. But they're just more. See, she's right down the bottom now. They're just more athletic. She reminds me of Willow. Just a grinder, you know, just a ferret that just doesn't stop. Move, move, move. You watch ferrets like this long enough, you begin to really value their worth. She is how she is, but her mind's always on the job. That's I hold that in high regard. Like you see Trixie and the other ones, they'll come out, look, she's right down the bottom now, as far away as you can get. And she's worked that out, that whole burrow. I'll try in one more hole, but she's been out every hole already. I'll just run here once more. That one doesn't go in. There was a 2-holer just out here somewhere. There it is. Oh, almost tripped over. Here, Fleet, come. Fleet, come. And off she goes. Come here, Fleet, come. Here. Look. No, nothing. Good girl. Worked good, girl. Worked really good. There you go. No issues with her sticking. Worked the burrows a treat. Pushed the rabbit out without any drama. Good enough for me. What I'll do now is just run another ferret through that burrow that Chase has already worked. Chewy. Looks like Tilly, is it? Yep, Chewy and Tilly. I'll start picking the nets up because I doubt if there's anything in there. Like, Chase is normally really reliable. Right, 2 ferrets down. Tilly! There is one part of this burrow which I haven't seen any of the ferrets work yet. It's sort of caved in. If I get a chance, I'll try and get a ferret to go through it. Dogs are still standing on that hole. Here, come. There's a bunch of rabbits playing out here. They're on that fence line, that fence burrow, but I've seen quite a few on it, but they were little. A lot of them are smaller. There's a couple of big ones out there now. They're just running around playing, running in circles, chasing each other. Yeah, see. There we go. Tilly. Come on, Till. Good girl. I'll show you that part I'm talking about. The caved in part right here. I've got a net over it and it's got 2 holes on it. But hard for the ferrets to get in, but maybe Tilly will go in. Yep. If the rabbits were going to hold up, they might be holed up in there. No, back out. It looks caved in. Move, Fleet. Geez, Tilly was almost going to grab the dog then. I'll start picking these nets up, guys. I don't think there's much in here. There's Chewy right behind it. So we put through Chase through, nothing. Put Chewy and Tilly through, nothing. So that'll tell you something. But I would have been surprised. I would have been surprised if Chase missed it. She doesn't miss many. Like all ferrets, any ferret, even your best ones will miss them. You got a grinder like Grace is a real grinder too. Like she's a lot like Chase. She's a real grinder. They just don't give up easy, you know. And normally if they start coming out, it's the only bad news with the ferrets like them are, when the rabbits are running in circles, they run until they're exhausted. I'll chase them and chase them and chase them. You know, that's positive and it's negative, so. Chewy. There's nothing in there, mate. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Nothing in there, buddy. I really like this new box. It's got a little bit more room. Alright, I'll pack these nets up and I'll move on to another burrow. One that I know has got a few. I can still see a few rabbits sitting outside the burrow up here. They only look young, but they're running around playing and playing. I'll head over there and do that burrow. I'm not expecting to get a lot out of it. What's wrong with the car? There we go. I'm not expecting to get a lot out of it. But there is a burrow nearby it that's got plenty. That one that's on both sides of the fence. There's a burrow right here too, but I did that not that long ago. I didn't see many sitting on it. But this one up here, looked like it was up a bit further. Not sure if I've done this one. There's a few sitting on it, there's a baby sitting right there. But up further, that one on the fence line's got a lot of rabbits in it. There's one right here. I might just do this one. I'll get out and I'll show you on both. I'm in two minds. I might even end up doing them both, but One's on both sides of the fence. See the fresh footprints there. This one's pretty big and deep. Comes out over here. Comes out there. Comes all the way down here, but you see the sides of the holes. It's a very deep burrow. Looks like there's a couple in it, but not huge numbers. I think what I might do, there's a couple of reasons I like working long nets. One is especially when you got collared up ferrets, they don't get caught in the nets all the time. And the cup bucks are a little bit bigger. And when it comes to running through the nets, they struggle a bit. And there is a burrow up here, and it's got quite a few rabbits in it. Pitch him up. Go. Just seeing if there was any other burrows here. There's one there. That burrow there where that rabbit just ran is the one I'm talking about. It's a pretty reasonable sized burrow, but it's got quite a few in it. See here, it comes out on both sides of the fence. Stretches all the way over to there, on the other side of the fence there. Over to there where the dog is. And it comes out this way. Big hole there. Some distance from the fence as well. Comes out over here. Stretches out to about here. So, to do this I'm going to be backwards and forwards across the fence. Squeezing through the wire, so that's why I'm a bit hesitant. You drop 3 or 4 ferrets in there, you're backwards and forwards every 2 seconds. It's a pain in the arse. So if you can avoid that, why not? If I've got the ability to, or the option to do something and I don't have to do that, and just wait for one of your mates to come up and then do that type of burrow, why wouldn't you? If I was struggling and I didn't have many rabbits, it'd be different. I'd do it straight away, but I'm not. Alright guys, I'll set this one up, probably just throw a long net around it and then get back to you. I'll work chasing this one too. Yeah, so been a bit unlucky this morning, guys. That being said, it is a beautiful morning. And I'm really enjoying it. Like I love getting out and doing this sort of thing. I thrive on it. No, it's not all bad, that's for sure. Camera mucks around with the ferret finder. Right, let's drop Chase in. And I know there's a couple of rabbits in this burrow. How many I'm not sure, but there is a couple. There's Chase. Chase the grinder. Turn that off. She's out there already. I'm just dropping the same ferrets in that I had before. They didn't really do much. Chewy and Tilly. Chewy and Tilly. And tell Tilly because I shaved her back, so I could tell her apart. Her Storm and Tessa, there's not much between them. We will get something out of it. The only thing I'm concerned about too also is hard to get the long net to sit down on the ground here, so we might lose 1 or 2 underneath. Not sure if that goes in, Chewy. He goes, nah, I don't like it, I'm going down here. Off he goes. I did go around and stand on it to try and get it to sit down, but the grass was holding it up in a lot of places. What a beautiful morning. All right, stand back now and see what happens. Oh, big one. And running out and back in. There it is. There'll be a ferret right behind it, that's for sure. All right. Ah! Good boy. Get him, get him, get him. Good boy. Here, come to me. Good boy. Didn't take long, did it? He's going to run off with it then, Fleet. Getting some funny habits as he's getting older. I think he's getting senile. He likes to carry him back to the burrow. And then he drops them and sometimes they run back in. I've seen a lot of dogs do that as they get older. Nice big rabbit that. Big hawk. Seeing that eagle this morning was beautiful. So he's circling, seeing what I'm doing. I can hear bolting. Oh, there goes one. Chase just chased that out. We missed it, but it got out. Well, the baby got under, and she chased it out. Dot, 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 dot. Good girl. Good girl. I was afraid. I was sitting off the ground a bit here. It's hard to get it to sit down. Good girl. Don't have a look, girl. There'll be more than that in there. Off goes Chase. Oh, dog heard something. Oh, he's got it. Good boy, mate. Good boy. It's a big one too. Good boy, Fleet. Good boy, mate. Good dogs. Oh, dog's heard something. Fair bit going on, but there is a few kits in here. I did see a couple of kits on here, so they are going to kill them. There's Tilly. And tell it's Tilly because she's got no collar on. There's Chewy. Looking for another hole. Look at the blood on Chase. Oh no, Tilly. Dot, 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 dot. She's got a face full of blood. So there's some young ones in there, I would imagine, that she's killed already. Big one. Good dogs. Good dog. Good dog. All right, mine. Couple of kits in here, but there's a few big ones too. Fix the net up. Here's Chase. Just let her go, she'll find her way down. Three big ones. Here's Tilly with all the blood on her face. I'll try and get it. It's on the other side. Tilly back down. Chase back down. She's got a big blood up one side of her face, Tilly. Fix this now up a bit. Oh, here's one. As soon as I turn around, one bolts out. Another big one. Mine, 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 Fleet. Good boy. It's all right, sit. So we're getting a few big ones out of it. Dog's gonna hear something. Definitely something going on down there. What a beautiful morning, mate. Chase. He's not finished. Looking for somewhere else to go down. And down she goes. And it's good that I'm doing this sort of thing for people that, because people can come to certain assumptions about what they're seeing. Like when you get a ferret like Chase and it gets stuck every now and again, like people will give up on a ferret like that. But when you got a ferret of her quality, there's another one. That's the hole I just put Chase in. You've got to persist, because you know, I use a lot of ferrets, and every now and again you'll get one, a grinder like her, and it's a real quality, it really is. So if she's sticking, you've got to find out why. You've got to work out. I've got to give her the opportunity and assess why it is that she's sticking. And it may just be the case, like I said, that she's been unfortunate and got blocked in behind a couple of rabbits within a month, and within 6 weeks. I could be wrong, but this is the way to tell. Put a tracker on them, so if they do get stuck, you can dig down to them and find out what's going on, whether she's just sitting there or she's actually blocked in. But I've been talking to a couple of mates about it, experienced ferreters, and we've been around ferrets for a fair while, and it's very, very unusual. It's not unheard of, but it's very unusual, quite rare, that a ferret will go into a burrow and go to sleep. There's a couple of reasons that they will do that, and the biggest factor of that usually is heat. If you've worked a ferret in 2 or 3 burrows and it's getting really hot, sometimes they just get tired and lay down in the cool. When they come to the edge of the burrow, they feel the heat, and they don't want to walk into it, so they'll walk back down the burrow and just lay down. Now that's rare. It's rare for a ferret to do that, but many times I've seen over the years where certain different people's ferrets, including my own, where you'll see them 2 or 3 feet in the burrow on a very hot day, just laying there, because they don't want to come out into the heat. So what we'll normally do is we'll run a couple of ferrets through, and they'll bring them out. That's normally what I do. I don't know how many times I've had ferrets stick and you run another couple of ferrets through and they bring them out. And you take note about what the other things that are going on that day, like how hot was it? Is it raining? There's Tilly. Probably not going to get a lot more out of here. She's got blood on the side of her face. Pick her up if I can. She's got the blood on her nose, on the side of her face. Good girl. Working good, Till. You're working good. You come good. Look how fat you are. No any better would say you're pregnant, but you're not. No, you're not. See, I might put her down over here. Playing. Go on, off you go. I know you're friendly, mate. I know you're friendly. She wants to play. And Tilly and that's a bit like that too, but you get it, or something going on. You get a ferret like Chase, who really loves people, but she's all business, you know. She won't come out and play when she's ferreting. She's ferreting. You won't see her jumping around and playing and all that. There's one. And it's a quality, you know. Not that I mind either. Good dogs. Dogs let that go then, lucky I grabbed it. You get a ferret like Tilly and Chewy and Fang, and they're still young too, but Trixie does it as well. Love their work and they show it in different ways. Chase doesn't. She's just like Grace, all business. She'll never just loves people. Like you can sit there and hold her all day and she won't move. But she's all business, you know. That's why I hold her in high regard. And then her, well, it's not her mum, but it's her grandmum, which is Grace. She's the same. So if in the future I breed her and you get the opportunity to get one of her kids, I suggest dive on it. I'll just let you know that Trixie and Chase, I'm just trying to think now, I've got to get it right. Did they have the same as Stumpy, her mum? Yeah, both come out of Stumpy. And Grace is the grandmum. Haven't spotted Chewy for a while, and I'm pretty sure I know why. I can hear thumping under the ground down over here. Tilly, I'll start picking them up now. Might not be finished. Chewy. Chewy. He goes, no way, mate. No chance. Might be done. Good boy. Good boy. There's Tilly. Right, the only one left down there, guess who? And we'll see where she is in a minute. I did hear some thumping, so it was definitely a rabbit. Let's have a look and see where she is. That'd be right. She's here. Yep, there she is. Grinder, mate. Absolute grinder. And you see what she's doing. She's last out, she's still working. Like, she doesn't want to stop. So I think there's something else in there. Well, I did hear a thump, so she might have had hold and pulled away from her, and she doesn't want to leave it. So she's in there on her own right now. And the dog thinks that there's something going on. And I tend to agree, that rabbit that was thumping was right about here somewhere. There she is. Still grinding, mate. You see how much work she's done already, and she just doesn't stop. I'm just going to point out, over the next month or two, that I'll keep the collar on. I'm going to point out why I hold her in such high regard, and you'll begin to understand what to look for when you're working your ferrets. There's half a dozen traits, and you put them on a priority. Hard to get a ferret that's got all of them, but you get some that are really strong in certain areas, and you have your line of ferrets, and they're very strong in 3 or 4 of the areas, and they're weaker in others. So what you try and do is bring in other ferrets, find other ferrets that are really strong in the areas that the traits that you're looking for, and bring them into the line. So that's done now. And she's such a friendly ferret. Come on. Good girl. And that's it for Chase. I won't work her anymore today. She's done a bit, and as you can see, straight back to last one out. Seen her still working, and now she's done. Now I don't have to run any more ferrets through here. I know there's no more in there. The 2 kits I've seen, Tilly come out covered in blood, so she was obviously on one, and the other one ran out into the net. So there you go, guys. What did we get? 5. And the one they killed 6. That's about right. All right, I'll work out what I'm going to do now, and I'll get back to you. I'm going to show you how many rabbits are on there. I didn't have the camera on, of course, but about 20 of them just sitting right there. There's still a few sitting there. One right in front of the camera. I don't know if it's coming out. I can still see 4 or 5 of them just sitting there. It's beautiful I didn't have the camera on. They all ran across at once. It was good to see. Anyway, I've moved on from that burrow. I'm just having a bit of a look up here to see if there's any other burrows, because I haven't looked out here. I know there's a few on the fence here, because I've worked a couple of burrows just on the other side of that fence. I'm just seeing if there's any more just out here in the open that I've missed. This some rush grass there that'd be good to run the dogs through. I just want to have a look out here and see if there's any out here. Alright, fellow ferreters and budding upcomers and interested parties. After giving way too much thought about driving around this paddock and worrying about what burrow to do, it ended up being an obvious choice. So I'm on that fence line burrow, the one I said that I was going to leave, and I've seen so many run in here, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. So I've got on the other side of the fence, put the long net around this side, comes all the way to where the car is over here. And it was an obvious choice in the end. Gave it way too much thought, and it deserved. So here we are. So we got 4 ferrets here that we're going to put in. We got Bang, Tess, geez, some good ferrets here, mate. Storm, and the General. Bloody hell. The list goes on, doesn't it, guys? Like, so many ferrets. There's one. Storm. And there is, we'll get some rabbits out of here, mate, make no mistake. Right. Oh, the fangster. Having a bit of a sniff. Savage, just a slow starter, mate. Off he goes. Now, I'm not sure if these actually join, and they may not. It doesn't look like it. It might be just be a little too holler, but it may not. We should get a few out of here. I am expecting to get held up because I did see a few kits in here as well. Storm. Yeah, that might be separate, this little part of the burrow, by the look of it. Pop. He wants to play. General. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's separate. Come on, mate, we'll move you down. He goes, no, I'm not coming out. I'm only moving you, mate. I'm not bringing you out. Take it easy. Pretty sure that's separate. Wasn't easy running the long nets through them prickles and grass, but well, we managed. Big hawk. The quicker you come to me, mate, the quicker I'll put you. Look at the dog. So yeah, there's a whole lot going on here. I know, mate, there's a few in there, I've seen them. Covered myself with Aerogard because the flies are already driving me nuts, and I'm smothered in it. General. Storm. That's That's a good girl. Yeah, you know it. You know it, don't you, girl? You know it. Oh, a lot of big bolting going on there, mate. Jeez. That was a massive thump. There you go, Storm. It's a big thump down in here. General. If I can get him over there, it'd be good. Look, bang. Oh, look at Storm, bloody hell. She dived on that then. I hope that come out in the camera. She's a bloody savage, mate. She heard the rabbit squeal and went running over to it and dived on it. Good dogs. Fine. Now she's looking for it. What a savage of a ferret. Hope that come out on the film, it'll be funny. She heard it squeal, ran over and jumped on it while the dog was had it. He's such a good ferret, Storm. There goes another one. Bang. That looked like Fang chased that one out. It was right behind it. All right, mate. It was a no-brainer. Had to be a sparrow. The things you see when you're ferreting, mate, it's fantastic. The dog's halfway on one side of the fence and halfway on this side. Like I said, I am expecting to get held up on this bow. I did see a few kits on it. Here's one. Oh, hole hopped. Came out, ran around, back down. There's another one, hole hopped. Who's behind it? Looks like either Storm. Oh no, it's Fang. Fang chased without, ran over here. But with 4 ferrets in there, he won't run around for long, he'll come out soon. Or he'll get eaten, one of the two. There's Storm. Back down. Oh, dog just missed it then, just. Almost got him, mate. It's Fang. Oh, bang, we'll put you in up here, mate. There's a burrow that goes that way. I hope he goes and has a look. Went the other way. There is a burrow that shoots up that way. Nope, there's one. Bang. Get him. Got him. Good boy. All right. Okay, mine. Good boy. Mine. 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 Good girl, Zip. Looks like Storm chased that out. There she is over there, back down. Oh no, she's still out. It's Storm or Tess, one of the two. Might have been Tess. Back down. It looks like Tess and Storm. Very much alike, aren't they? Very much alike. Oh, that's Storm, that's Tess. It's a good girl. Good girl. There's more in here, mate. I know there is. Get one of these to go up that way. Might not go in. Alright, Storm. I know you want to play. I know you want to play. I know you want to play. Oh, there's another one. Oh, just seen a rabbit come up here. Ran back down. Took one look at. Oh, look at it. Storm's playing with the dog. It was fun. She's such a character. There's a Fangster. I'm just going to move these prickles out of the way. Just so if they come up, the dogs can grab them, that's all. Oh, there's one. Bang. Okay, mine. Fleet, mine. Zip, mine. Zip. That's enough. There you go, mate. Now if they come up, you can get to them. So General, back down. Oh, look at that. see him chase it out. Yeah, a lot of dust coming up. A lot of dust coming up there. And that's the thing, once they get hesitant, they start hole hopping. It makes the ferret's job a little bit easier about catching them, you know, because they're getting more opportunity, and sooner or later the rabbit's luck will run out and the ferrets will grab them underground. Look at that one. The general. Dog heard something. Back down. Looks like Tess. Keep saying Jess. That's Tess. If I can get her, I'll drop her down and let him rat. The last couple ran in. Back down. She might come out. Rid of these prickles. She might come out. There. There's the general and Fang and Tess. General. Back here. Fang. She's found a rabbit. General. All starting to come up now. Well, they might have killed that little one. Storm. I'd like to grab the ferret box and start picking them up. Storm watch. Bloody savage. Thought we might have got a couple more out of there, but chase. And we still might. Chewy and Tilly. Four nice ones. I'll grab the ferret box and start picking them up. You know, I'm happy. You know, we've got 10 rabbits so far, so no complaints. Come out and get 10 rabbits and a couple of burrows, you're doing all right. You keep pushing them in here, they will bolt, but I've said it before, at what cost? You're asking for trouble, you know, and most of the time you'll get it. Rabbits are hesitant. What'll happen is one of them will get caught, maybe get dragged backwards and blocking one of your ferrets. and you've got to wait for them to dig past. So if you've got the option and you bolt the easy ones and you see them starting to hole hop and run around in circles, guys, do yourselves a favour. If you've got the option to move to another burrow, pick them up and move. Take it from me. Other people disagree when they're trying to clear a place. That's a different story. Storm. Good girl. Good girl, Storm. Good girl. Good girl. There's a general. Boy. There's Fang. And there's Tess. Good girl. Good girl. So just Fang to go. And he just showed his head, so he won't be long. So another beautiful morning, guys. I'll probably just pack up and go now before it gets too warm. Look, I could do another burrow or two, and maybe I will. We'll see what happens. I did expect to get it a couple more out of here actually. I thought I'd probably get about 6 or 7. Here's a Fang. Good boy. Back down. He's not quite ready. No, he's done. Back down. Oh, did you get him, mate? Good boy. Good boy, mate. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. There's a Fang right behind it. Back down. That's what happens, mate. You keep running in circles sooner or later. That's the trouble with this sort of thing when they're hole hopping. If Fang had caught that, you've all seen ferrets, they've got a tendency to drag them backwards. And when they're in a burrow and they drag them backwards, if they're unlucky enough to come to a hole about this big, they drag the rabbit back and they pull and they pull and they pull until the rabbit gets wedged. And they're stuck in behind it. And then they have to dig their way past, and that's what happens. They grab the rabbit, they kill it. He's not ready to come. Oh, here he is. Good boy. Good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Good boy, mate. And they drag them backwards, and if they wedge themselves in, it doesn't matter, it depends how big the hole is
and the rabbit, but they'll drag them. They'll pull and they'll pull and they'll pull, and they'll wedge themselves in. They get stuck in behind them. All right. He's gonna all come out. You can all go in now. All 7 back. All right, guys. Well, we got a few out of there, didn't we? Not as many as I thought. I thought we might have got a couple more than that. But I'll take it. I'll take 5 rabbits. No worries. Tess. Right, let's clean this out, give them some water. Give them a drink. They've already had a bit of a feed, so now we'll just give them a drink. You thirsty too, girl? I'll get you some, mate. So the ferret's pretty thirsty. If I find your bowl, I'll get you a drink. Alright guys, I'll gut these rabbits, I'll get them into the esky, I'll pack the long nets up and I'll make up my mind what I'm going to do. I may go and I may not. We'll see what happens. Saturday today, and Graham was out today. It'd be good to see how he went. But been a pretty good day. Like, it's good to see Chase working the way that she always does. Came back after a couple of burrows, and we'll continue to do that with her. So we'll, you know, at least you're going to get a good understanding about how she works and why I rate her so highly. And you'll get to see that over the next month or so, if we don't run into any more problems. Look, I can't foresee it, but I think she was just unlucky, grabbed a couple because she's good at what she does, and dragged them backwards and stuck herself in. That's my guess, but we'll see. I can be wrong, and I'm open to be wrong, but that's my guess, my theory. We'll see what happens. Anyway, listen, if I don't do any more burrows, been another fantastic morning. Maybe I'll go do some fishing this afternoon, we'll see. But anyway, if I don't do any more, whatever you're doing in life, guys, make sure you enjoy, because it goes past way too fast. Bye for now.